Jason Lutz here for Tools of the Week. Now, if you watched my Tool of the Week last week, it was on sales health. And it was part one of a three-part series on sales health. Part one was on physical health, and we talked about the physical health and how important that is to yourself and to your long-term success in sales. Part two of the video is something equally as important, and that's your mental health and your sales mental health. Now, like I said in the first video, a lot of people say, Jason, sales isn't that hard. Like, how mentally bad can it be? I look at my granddaughter, little Sadie. There's one word that Sadie doesn't like. Now, Pop very rarely ever says the word. Nene never says the word, and that's no. She hates it. We all hate it. From our childbirth through the end of our life, nobody likes to hear the word no. But in sales, we hear it 75 to 80% of the time. We're just going through the no's to get to the maybes, to get to the yeses. That's it. A lot of no's can be hard on the head. Like, it can be discouraging. You can have a day, you can have a week, hopefully not a month, where you get way more no's, sometimes no yeses in a day, sometimes no yeses in a week. And that can be hard. It can kill your morale. Winning is infectious. Closing deals is infectious. When you close a good deal and you win something, man, it boom, it inspires you, it motivates, it spikes your adrenaline, and you win another one fairly quick generally. You want to continue to win. When you get a lot of no's, you tend to keep getting no's, and it takes you down and takes you down and takes you down. Really hard on the mental health. So my tool of the week this week is really focusing on your mental health. It's not just the no's, but it's the, I'm a road warrior salesperson. I spend a lot of time on the road talking to people about technology and smart home and security and HVAC and the different trades. And I'm at a point in my career where I talk a lot about the industry and how we make our industry successful long term. But at the end of the day, I generally end up in a hotel room by myself, away from my grandkids, away from my wife, and that can be depressing sometimes. Like, I love my grandkids. I love to hang out with them. I love to be here at my lake house in Kentucky in the peace and quiet. And I saw a deer just running recently. I love that. Being stuck in a hotel room in Philly, you don't get that. So you need to focus on your mental health, or this isn't the right career for you. Now, how do you do that? You do it a couple ways. One, if you really got a challenge and you really got something going on up here, go talk to somebody. It's not bad. Go talk to a therapist. Go talk to your family members. Find your sales mentor. Talk to your sales mentor. I have a lot of friends of mine that are in sales that get very frustrated, get very mentally out of whack. And I've told them, hey, do me a favor. If you've got a challenge, if you've got a frustration, if you've got a concern, call me. Scream, yell, vent every frustration you want. Probably going to go in one ear and out the other ear, but it's just me. I've seen too many salespeople who have a frustration and blow up a conference call, blow up a sales meeting. You definitely don't want to do that and blow up your career over a bad day. Find that person, that friend, that mentor, that coach that will just listen to you, because you need to talk to somebody. Find your happy place. I'm here at my house, my lake house in Kentucky. It's quiet, a little bit of construction going on one of my neighbor's houses apparently, but it's quiet. I got deer running around, turkey running around. It's the fall, the water's calm. I can come here on a Friday through the weekend and just decompress and get my head clean and clear and ready to go sell something on Monday. It's the greatest job in the world. It shouldn't be hard on your head. But sometimes it can be. Sometimes the economics can be challenging. We're going to talk about it in part 3, the economics, the sales health of the sales financial health But, the highs and lows of commissions sometimes, when people have good days and bad days, or good years and bad years, can definitely wane on you. So find that person to talk to. Find that happy place that you like to go. Definitely decompress. I had a blog earlier this year called Vacation Matters. Take your vacations. Go get your head clean, your head clear. It'll be better for you. It'll be better for your customers. Everybody wins. So, sales tool of the week this week, your mental health. Everybody have a great week. Everybody have an amazing weekend. Go clear your head. If you ever just need somebody to talk to, if you ever need a venture frustration about anything, your company, your employees, your product, your widget, a bad sales day or a good sales day, I'm only a phone call away. I'm only an email away. Anybody can email me at my personal email address, jason@lutzshop.com, and I'll call you back and we can talk. I'm not a therapist. I'm just a salesperson like you who's had the good days and the bad days. So everybody have a great day, great weekend, like I said. Let's go sell something next week and have fun, because winning is contagious.